Any artist of any genre that needs a stage K-pop and will provide it with our Tiniest Stage. And today we have the very beautiful, the very talented singer-songwriter Olivia Marsh in the studio. Hello!
Hello! It's so nice to meet you. I'm so happy to be here today.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that I get to do this in English.
I know. I was so excited too. I was like, am I doing this in English?
Yes, you are doing this in English. Okay, Olivia, please introduce yourself to our listeners.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. I am a recently debuted singer-songwriter living here in Korea, and I'm so excited to meet you all.
Yay! That's done way easier in Korean, I feel.
Yeah.
Right? When you have to do it in English, it does feel a little awkward.
That was probably like my first time doing it in Korea in English. I was like,
right. It's always a little awkward. It's so much more fluent when it comes to Korean to introduce yourself instead of English. It's a little awkward, but yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you're going to get a lot of awkward today. I'm just pretty awkward in general.
I'm probably way more awkward than you, so no worries. But I have to say that any accent is better than a American accent. And my God, I love your accent.
Oh, thank you.
What part of Australia are you from?
Oh, well, I'm from like everywhere because I was born in Sydney,
Okay.
but then I grew up in a place called Newcastle.
Okay.
Like just up from there. It's like a 2-hour drive. But then I did university in Melbourne. So I've kind of been like all up and down.
Okay, so I have to ask because even in the US, within like California and like with the different states, we have the different accents. Korea too, we have our different accents.
Yeah.
Does Australia have different accents? Like from somebody who's in Sydney or in Melbourne or any part of like, northern or southern, can you tell if they're from that region?
I mean, some people can. I've heard that people can.
Okay.
I personally can't. But I can tell if somebody has like a very strong Aussie accent.
Oh, okay.
Like my pop. The most bogan accent ever. So I get it off him. I get my accent off him because he used to say stuff like "hooroo" and "g'day, mate" when I was growing up. So people like think I'm putting it on, but I literally just get it off my grandpa.
Okay. So today we are going to get to know her as an individual too, but we are going to talk about her music too. I know for a fact that we're going to have like not enough time, so I'm going to have to try to find a way to get her back into the studio. But first off, we do this for every artist who joins us in the studio. So before you came in, you decorated this really sweet name tag for us.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is we are going to have a little game. Balance questions are really popular in Korea right now.
Yeah.
So we have a game of this or that.
Okay.
And in 60 seconds, we need to see how many questions you can answer in 60 seconds.
Okay.
And our number one spot at the moment is 소각소각님 with 16 questions answered.
Wow. Oh, I'm going to tell you now beforehand that I'm really bad at games.
Well, it's not so much about being good or bad. Are you an indecisive person? Do you feel you're indecisive?
100%.
Okay, then maybe we might not get as many as we need today. But it's all in fun and games. I'll tell you what you get. So if you so happen to either tie or succeed, 소각소각님,
Yeah.
this is a free pass to come back to the show. So normally when we have an artist back on the show, it's because they dropped new music or if they have like a concert coming out or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is a free pass when the season's over. If you are still in the number one spot and you kept it the entire season, it doesn't matter if you haven't been doing anything since the last time we saw you, you get a free pass to come out.
Okay, I want that spot. I want it.
Okay, so hopefully this is going to be enough. Now, there are food-related questions that are very Korean, so I'm going to be asking those in Korean, but the remaining questions I will ask you in English.
Okay.
So it'll be a lot easier.
No worries.
All right. So, is everybody ready? Music ready? You ready?
Yes. No.
Okay. Music cue. Cats versus dogs.
Dogs.
Okay. 빙수, you have either pot or choir. Which one do you like more?
팥빙수.
Okay. 콩국수, 설탕 or 소금?
소금.
Okay. 빵밥.
밥.
Okay. Oh, look at that. 양념치킨, 후라이드 치킨.
양념치킨.
불고기 제육볶음.
제육볶음.
Okay. Staying home. Are you a homebody or do you need to eat outside?
Stay at home.
Oh, stay at home.
Yep.
Camping 호캉스.
Camping.
Okay. Sing for 10 hours, dance for 10 hours.
Dance for 10.
Dance for 10 hours. Someone I love more or someone who loves me more?
Oh man. Someone I love more.
Okay, someone I love more. Live in a world that only lies versus only tells the truth.
Oh, only tells the truth.
Okay. Live in a world where it's only windy or it always rains.
My goodness. Always windy.
Always windy. When you work on music, not use a keyboard or not have a mouse.
Oh,
You can answer. I'll give it to you. You can answer.
Not use a keyboard.
Okay, not use a keyboard. Okay, I'm going to give it to her. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13.
I mean,
no, it's a pretty high spot.
it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. You got number 4.
Yay.
Yeah. So not a bad number. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted that first spot though.
Well, this is the thing. This is going to be motivation for you to go back into the studio, work on some more music, and then you come back.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
I really like your rainbow, so I'm going to put the 13 under the rainbow.
Cool.
Okay, 13. Super cute. You've made this a very lucky number, I feel.
The 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you've made the number 13 a very lucky number.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we're going to go back to some food. And so you chose dogs over cats.
Yes.
Do you have a puppy at home?
Oh, I do, but my dog's in Australia. I know. I miss her so much. I think about it every day.
What's her name and how old is she?
Her name's Ginny.
Okay.
She's almost 11. Yeah.
She's 11. What kind of dog is she?
She's a lab cross kelpie.
Wow.
She's so gorgeous. Such a people's person. So
I feel that she's probably as tall as you.
Oh, she's pretty big now. She's like up to here.
I feel she's gonna be huge. Okay. Now let's go with 팥빙수. You said 팥빙수 would be your favorite, not with fruit.
100,000,000%.
Which is interesting because you are really young. No. I've noticed that not a lot of younger artists tend to like red beans.
Oh, see, I have a 할아버지 입맛.
Okay. So you have an older palate when it comes to food.
Yeah, and 팥빙수, I think with the duck and is it the Indomie?
Yeah.
Indomie and the milky kind of stuff and the pat, it's just classic.
Okay, so you're going to go for more the classic 팥빙수.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I can definitely tell you have an older palate because you said 소금, salt with your 콩국수. You've had 콩국수 before though, right?
I love it.
Really?
So much.
Really?
Yeah.
She does have an older palate. And you chose rice over bread.
Yes.
So you need your rice.
Yes. Especially 닭국밥.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I feel that even people my age don't go for 닭국밥, which is multi-grain rice. So most of the time with 닭국밥, there's even like beans and stuff in there as well. So there's a lot of different grains and stuff. Wow, very healthy. Go mom. That's probably a lot of mom in there too. Okay, you chose 양념 chicken though. Now, okay, with 양념 chicken, depending on the brand, like there's the more older style, like the more retro style that has a little bit more of a sweeter palate, and then there's the more modern version where there's a little tangier, probably a little bit more of like a spice to it. What is more of your preference when it comes to 양념 chicken?
I gotta go with the sweet one.
The sweeter one, the older, the old OG retro flavor.
Yeah.
Look at that. And she even goes with 제육볶음 too with her food. Okay, so definitely a more mature palate for your age. And you love staying home.
Yes.
Okay. So if you had a day off,
yes,
and you didn't have to do anything.
Oh,
what would you do? Like at home, because I know the people who are at home. Some people are busybodies at home, even though they're a homebody, and then there's the people who like do not move.
Well, this is a tricky one because I used to be very, very good at just like staying home and lying in bed all day, but recently I had a day off, and it was almost like what do I do? Should I be working? Yeah, it was a weird experience, but yeah, I'm such an
Okay.
I love staying at home.
Okay.
And just watching movies and vegging out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vegging out for you would be something that you would like to do. Camping is a different perspective because you like staying home. So I wouldn't expect you wanting to be going out in wilderness and fighting the
the bugs
and everything. But then again, you're an Aussie, so I feel that bugs and things and whatnot are pretty.
Yeah,
they come with the territory.
Oh man, but I can't get used to them still. Like we have.
Oh, that feels better because I feel that all Aussies are like immune to bugs and critters and stuff like that. But okay, thank you.
No, cockroaches scare the heck out of me.
Because like everything I see that has to do with Australia, it's like even though I would love to visit, it's just like everything just repels. It's like people start posting stuff. It's like only in Australia, and it's just like,
yeah, it can get a bit. There's a lot of like poisonous spiders and stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, it's not that bad.
It's like you have to apparently like tap your shoes before you step in them if they're like, you know. And stuff like that.
I've heard that. I mean, not in the city. I think we're all right in the city, but probably like in the
bush more.
Yeah, maybe. We have redbacks.
Right.
They're terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary. So the camping thing, like glamping or just like full out camping?
I gotta say full out camping, only because when I was younger, our family used to go on camping trips. And it was like the most fun thing ever. And
so dad would pitch the tent and you guys would just like make a fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so good.
You're the first artist that has chosen to dance for 10 hours.
The only thing is, the reason that I chose that, I mean, I love both. I'm not the best dancer. I'm learning at the moment, but I'm so bop there. So, yeah. But I've sung for 10 hours before.
Okay.
Like continuously, it hurts. But I mean, I love singing so much, but I feel like dancing, I can imagine myself dancing nonstop for 10 hours.
Okay. So a little bit more of a harder question here is someone you love more versus someone who loves you more. So you chose that someone, even though it was hard, someone you love more. So I have to ask, do you know what your love language is?
I do.
Oh, what is it?
Oh man, I have like a lot though.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Tell us all. You have plenty of time.
Oh, let's go through them all. Physical touch is one.
Okay.
Oh wait, gift giving.
Okay.
I'm a big gift giver and I love receiving gifts as well. Also, what was that one? It's like communication or spending time.
Okay.
Spending.
Like quality time with somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd say words of affirmation is there.
Okay.
But it's probably a little bit lower than the rest. Yeah.
So like you would still be able to be comfortable with like comfortable silence as well in a relationship.
Ooh. Oh, what do you mean by comfortable silence?
Like you and I being like, we might be doing our same thing, like different things like on our phones or working or whatnot, but being very comfortable within a very close vicinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do need communication.
Okay.
But I know what you're getting at. Like
being
still having that connection.
Right. Even though you're not, it's not like you're closed off to each other when you're in your own little world. You're like still connected, but like you're not necessarily like talking the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of a picture. All right. So you would rather live in a world that was told only the truth, even though this might be very painful to the heart.
Man. I mean, I've seen that movie. What's that movie with Ricky Gervais where it's like the whole world can't lie?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's at the tip of my tongue. Can't think of it. Anyways.
Yeah. That scares the heck out of me. I mean, but I would rather, I guess I'd rather an honest world that I can't imagine everyone just lying to you all the time.
Right. Well, and then if you know that everybody's lying, it would probably hurt more.
Exactly. But if you were living in a world where everyone was lying, would you know that everyone's lying?
That's a good question.
Because then, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like both.
If everybody's lying. So you chose wind over rain. Does it rain a lot where you're from?
In Melbourne, we say that we have 4 seasons in a day.
Oh, wow. So it's one of those. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
You would literally have to take an umbrella everywhere you go because it'll be sunny and then like the next hour just like pouring down.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Okay. So you would rather live with windy than rain?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I feel a lot of us girls would do that though. Like we can come back from wind, but we can't really come back from rain.
The humidity.
Right. Especially if you have wavy hair, it's like it's gonna kill your hair.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so we were able to squeeze this in, but you would rather, even though both are really hard, not work with a keyboard than not work with a mouse.
Yes.
Like you know that this is not the like instrument keyboard
The only reason is I feel like with Pro Tools I could probably navigate my way around with a mouse, but
without having to put in the keys.
Or it'd be tricky, but but I need my mouse. I need my mouse.
I think that for all of our musicians, this is one of the hardest questions that we ask because we obviously know you need both.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's like what would you be willing to sacrifice for that? But okay,
neither.
Well, with all these fun giggles and laughs that we have today, we are going to get to know her a little bit more as an artist now. I've got some fun questions for her vocally and also with her songwriting skills as well. But she is here to sing some live for us, and Heaven is going to be the first song. Could you please tell us a little bit about Heaven before you sing it for us?
Yeah. So this song, it was funny. I had like a session with this songwriter that I've worked with a few times, and she makes her own tracks and she's incredible. And she played this track for me, and instantly when I heard the track, I thought about this dream I had. And in this dream, I kind of it was a bit funny. I was like in my childhood street, in my hometown in Australia, and this car pulls up, and I end up meeting this person, and I just felt like this overwhelming kind of unconditional love for this person, but I like had no idea who they were. And so I kind of woke up, and it was such a vivid dream that I still remember it so clearly to this day. And yeah, just hearing the track, it kind of made me think of that.
So you just kind of naturally brought the lyrics together and just worked on it, and everything was history.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, before we do the live performance, do you need to take another sip of water before we go?
I would love to.
I'll give you a chance to do that. So we've got Olivia Marsh in the studio for today for our Tiniest Stage. She's going to sing first for us, Heaven. I think she's ready for us. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, music cue.
Drift away to be your only one. I close my eyes to be your only one. Wake up with a reason. You were there unaware. I was in your arms. Hot start when you're leaving. No, don't go. My flaws when I hide them. No, you're reading right in my soul. Giving in your control. Mixing my emotions with something in my dream, and I know that I'll never be the same. You have my devotion now. I believe that I'm feeling you here. I know your name. Heaven, make me feel like heaven. Swore that I was falling from above just to be close to us. It feels like heaven. mine.
Whoa, bravo. Goosebumps all over. Ladies and gentlemen, that was live. That was not the CD, that was live. I'm a little mind blown over here. We have Olivia Marsh in the studio, and we need to get to know her a little bit more. So, great story of how you wrote the lyrics for this track.
Yeah.
How do you keep track of your ideas or your dreams? Do you write them down as soon as you think of them? Do you wait until you're inspired to write lyrics? Or like, how does your writing process start?
Well, it's crazy you mentioned dreams because I actually, when I was a kid, I kept a dream diary and I still have it to this day. It's so like torn apart and horrible now. But it's like one of my most prized possessions because even when I look back, like it's me as a kid writing down like the most randomest things, but I still remember those dreams when I read it back. So yeah, I do kind of like tap into those dreams that I had as a kid a lot. But just like in general, I'm really inspired by whoever I'm working with actually.
Okay.
So if I'm in like a studio with a producer, their tracks and their ideas and just us kind of tiki-taka off each other really, really helps to kind of bring out new inspiration and ideas from me.
Wow. Okay, so let's go back to when your musical journey started, because I feel that for a lot of our Korean artists who only live in Korea, because Korea is really big on like, just education. Whereas, I feel that other countries were not as strict. It's household to household, I feel. But there's always this like, oh, I always wanted to be a singer, but like, oh, I needed to go to college, so I got serious about it because I needed to apply for colleges. But then there's other artists who were just like, no, I wanted to be a singer since I was 5, and my parents were very supportive, so I was able to just kind of go for it. So what about you? Well, when did your journey start? Was it being really young and then just kind of pursuing it until then, or was there like a turning point where you really got serious about it?
Well, I mean, I was really fortunate because my mum kind of figured out that I really loved music from a young age. And she was like, she put me in vocal lessons and piano lessons. And I actually did like MIDI lessons at one point, I think. So I was very fortunate.
Go, Mom.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank
Mom.
you, Mom. So she was very, very supportive of what I loved. So I'm very grateful for that. But I knew I wanted to do music, but I didn't really know exactly how to get there or what exactly I wanted to do.
Okay.
So at one point, I really, really wanted to score for film.
Wow. That's in a completely different music genre too.
Yeah. So I actually ended up doing uni in relation to that passion, and I did like interactive composition where I kind of made soundtrack and stuff for dance and installations, and it was so much fun. But then I moved to Korea just to be with family, honestly, because I was like separated from them for so long. And then I got here and I was like, I just want to start working, and then kind of gradually found my way into the industry, which I was so like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually doing this for work. And then I was able to kind of have song sessions and songwrite with so many amazing people. And that's kind of how I made my way to debuting as well. So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. Now, one thing I've noticed about your vocals, because I'm obsessed with your vocals, is that I feel that there's certain artists out there that have a natural voice, and then there's the artists out there that you can literally like, even if you don't know what sheet music is, you can kind of feel that their voice is an actual instrument. Like you can see where they're putting certain, like accents in, where the vibrato's going in, like, where they're holding the note out. I feel that you're kind of in between, because I feel a very natural talent for you, but then I can also see how you sing as well. So have you, while you were at uni or at any point in your career, were you avidly focused on how you sang and like how to train your voice? Or was that kind of just naturally coming to you?
I mean, I'm taking vocal lessons at the moment, which I haven't been doing for a while.
Okay.
And it's really eye-opening because I'm realizing habits that I've been doing for so long that I didn't realize I was doing.
Okay.
So I'm really like grateful that I'm able to kind of have that support and guidance. But yeah, I feel like I've kind of most of my life kind of just been singing for fun.
Okay.
And kind of enjoying the process. And yeah, that's kind of become my habit a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes with artists, when I ask them about like how they practice, some artists like to do just runs or breathing exercises to work on their vocals, and then they'll just work on their songs. Then there's other artists who like to copy or, cover different artists and then try to like, steal or borrow certain techniques that an artist that they like and then try to, use that in their own singing and whatnot. So if you were to quote unquote practice outside from some of the lessons that you're taking now, what do you tend to do to practice your vocals?
Yeah. I do a lot of scales.
Okay.
Like runs up and down. I use YouTube a lot because I like to monitor my own vocals. So if I'm playing and then singing at the same time, usually it kind of messes with my head.
Okay.
But yeah, I do love to cover songs so much. I try not to copy like what they're doing too much, but I do take a lot of inspiration and so they're kind of like bending it here. Right. Yeah, so it's really nice to kind of listen to other singers and kind of understand how they're using their vocal cords.
Right. Well, because there's always been a time where there's this one song or one artist that we want to try to do the riff or ad lib that they did. And then we sit there and we try to do it like a bazillion times. I know we've all been there. So do you have an artist that you look up to a lot vocally? Is like if you're in the zone and you're like, you know what, today I'm gonna like be jamming in the car, I'm gonna be singing in the shower, this is my go-to artist. Who is it?
Oh, I'm gonna say Celine Dion. Cause
wait, what? I have to double check. Olivia, how old are you?
I saw her live when I was probably like 16. Blown away. Her vocals live are insane.
Oh yeah.
And I just was like crying the whole time.
Really?
Incredible. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you have a favorite song of hers?
I can't. I gotta say, I will go on. It's such a cliche answer, but I was obsessed with the movie Titanic when I was a kid. And that song was like my anthem. So
really, it's a hard song to sing too. Celine Dion's vocals are just really hard to mimic, I think.
Yeah.
So like whenever you try to sing her songs, it's really hard because it's not the range of the song that it's hard. It's just you don't sound like her.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what you mean.
Right.
And I try, honestly though, when I'm singing Celine Dion songs, I try to do the whole copying her voice thing.
Right. Okay, so I'm not the only one that does that. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So growing up, well, I mean, you said that mom grasped your love for music, but were you always interested in like, did you do like talent shows a lot too, or like, were you naturally in the spotlight from a young age? Did you find yourself like finding an excuse to perform in front of your family like at Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff like that? Or
wow. Well, I was actually very shy as a kid.
Really
shy. I still am, but even more so when I was younger. So my grandma used to always ask me, oh, can you perform for us? Can you sing for us? And I used to go in the other room and sing through the wall because I didn't want them to see that.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so I didn't do a lot of those things for my family. I feel like it's a bit more nerve-wracking actually performing for family. But my mum did put me in vocal lessons, and we had like the little showcases that my vocal teacher would put up, and that was really fun.
Okay. Do you feel that your friends were surprised when you debuted? Like if you look back now, like in high school and stuff like that, like most in the yearbooks, they always do. They still do these now, like most likely to succeed, or like most likely to become a singer, most likely to like the most likely predictions.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your friends would be shocked that you are doing music, or will they be like, we saw that?
I think they'd be shocked that I'm doing this, like actually debuting as an artist. they wouldn't be shocked that I'm doing something music related though, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, they probably expected me to be doing sound design or something like that, honestly. No, but it was crazy because I actually was able to go back to Australia recently and I caught up with some friends from high school that I hadn't seen in like 5 years.
Okay.
And it was such a like, oh my God, we were just bawling our eyes out because we hadn't been in contact for that long. And yeah, I was so happy to see them afterwards.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the initial reaction with friends and family when you officially dropped your music as a singer?
Oh, I mean, my friends were so supportive and they congratulated me and said they were supporting me and listening. And my family, they're amazing. They give me such great advice and very supportive. And my sister, who's been in the industry a little bit now, yeah, she gives incredible advice.
Really?
Yeah. So I was very grateful for that.
Aww.
선배님. Yeah.
Are you real? Because I'm an only child, so the sister dynamic is something that I really can't grasp too much deeply. But do you feel that you have a really close relationship with your sister?
I'd say yes.
Okay.
Very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the bestie type, because I do know a few friends that have like bestie type relationships with their sisters.
Yeah, we almost feel like twins, I'd say. She's very mature and very wise. And she's such a baby, but she's still like, yeah, she feels very grown to me. And even from such a young age too. And so, yeah, we almost feel like twins, honestly.
Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. All right. So you just dropped some music at the beginning of the month, which was Heaven as well. But also this next track that we're going to get a chance to listen to, this is the countdown to Christmas continues and the countdown to the end of the year continues as well. So you actually have a really sweet, perfect holiday song for us. So first December with you, how did this song come to be?
Oh, well, I wrote this song last Christmas.
Wow.
Actually. Yeah. And I remember like walking through the snow with like my little coffee and then going into the studio and writing it. Yeah. So it's been kind of like in my files for a while. So I'm so excited that it's out in the world. And people are able to listen.
And people are able to listen to it. I'm going to give you another chance to take a sip so you can get ready for the live performance. So for those of you just tuning in, we've got Olivia Marsh at the studio. She's going to sing another live song for us today on our Tiniest Stage. This is the first December with you. You ready? Yes. All right. The music cue.
Moonlight, spread with you by my side. Midnight, it's getting cold, but we're alright. All I want is you on the 25th day. Oh, I made up my mind, so just tell me you stay. Want you here with me now? I just want you for my own tonight. I just wanna feel your kisses in the snow. No, I don't want you to go. I just wanna celebrate, never burn and lost. So baby, go with the flow. It's you, oh honey, it's you, the one that I choose to make all my bells ring. No, I can't get enough of your love this Christmas. My first December with you. I'm all wrapped up just like a peppermint. You don't need to ask for it, I'm on your list. Now every time I hear you come around, my heart beating loud, it's a brand new feeling. I just wanna feel your kisses in the snow. Now I don't want you to go. I just wanna celebrate, never burn and lost. So baby, go with There's nothing in your embrace come alive tonight. I just wanna feel your kisses in the snow. I don't want you to go. I just wanna celebrate, never burning low. It's you, honey, it's you, the one that I choose to make all my bells ring. No, I can't get enough of your love this Christmas. My first December with you. My first December with you. My first December with you. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Wow. Again, that was live. I love my job. I love getting a chance to hear such amazing artists singing live right next to me. Okay, so we have Olivia Marsh at the studio today. She just sang some great live performances for us. So Christmas is upon us, even though some people might like it, some people might not. Are you a Christmas lover?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
I'm obsessed.
But the thing is please do correct me if I'm wrong, but Australia technically is warm during the winter season.
Yeah, we have a summer Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are hot when it's actual like Christmas.
Yeah, so literally on Christmas Day, you have a barbecue, go to the beach,
Wow.
wear thongs and
because the
bullshit.
weather gets hot there.
very, yeah.
We're talking like 40 degrees Celsius ish,
Yeah.
right?
I'd say like low 40s is probably like the highest it'll get sometimes.
Okay.
But
Are you guys as equally humid as Korea is?
No, not at all. It's like burning hot.
So it's like summer, like desert dry heat.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why the beach is perfect.
Wow. So have you been able to transition into Korea's cold winters?
Oh, I mean, I'm such a sucker for snow. So yeah, it was very easy. As soon as I saw the snow, I was like, okay, everything's all right. I can put up with a million winters.
Well, how cold does it get in Australia? Because I know that your winters are pretty harsh too.
I remember in Melbourne it was really cold
Okay.
in winter, but it never snows in Australia.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes like on mountaintops.
Right.
So I don't think it goes to like the minus numbers. Yeah.
Okay. So you prefer the white winters of Korea then?
100%.
Okay. 100%.
I mean, the summer Christmases in Australia were good too because I feel like there's pros and cons for both. but-
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously this song came out, it seemed pretty quickly. I feel that this song probably came together really fast when you were writing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was kind of like in the Christmas spirit at the time. I mean, like,
And it was like,
yeah.
just came together. Do you know, and this is including songs that we haven't heard yet, is there a song that you put together like the quickest out of the songs that you have released and haven't released yet? Like the one that just like it came together?
Yes. There's a song that's going to be on my EP and I won't spoil it too much, but I remember the song session so vividly and we ended up writing, I think it was like six or five songs in that session. And that was probably like the quickest session I've ever had with those producers. And then I remember we ended up cutting the vocals like at midnight the next day while eating cake and fried chicken. The best experience ever. And the vocals was so fun that day.
I bet you got cake and chicken in your tummy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that song was really, really fun to write and record.
Okay, so there's an EP coming soon. Hopefully. Okay, so I mean, she's not spoiling it too much for us, but I mean, at least we've got stuff to look forward to. Because you never know. Okay, that's another excuse to have her back in the studio. And then we can gush over a lot of other things as well. So you obviously for what your passion was in uni and then now what you're doing has changed. So I want to know, now that you've officially quote unquote debuted, is there stuff that you would like to do domestically? Because there's like a lot of YouTube variety shows. There's a lot of, TV variety shows as well. There's a lot of other platforms like actually acting in dramas, maybe singing soundtracks or even doing musicals. Is there anything that you would be interested in?
I mean, I'm not much of an actress at all. I'm really bad at acting, but I would love to maybe do a musical one day, because I did sing like some of those musical theater songs as a kid, and I really, really loved it.
Okay.
Especially Phantom of the Opera and Wicked. I need to see the movie. It's come out now. I need to see it. So obsessed with all those musicals.
If you were cast in Wicked, who would you be?
Oh,
Would you be Glinda or would you be Elphaba?
Glinda.
You'd be Glinda?
Yeah, I can't do that high.
Girl, Glinda's higher. She's a
Is she?
she's a soprano in the entire show.
Okay, maybe I'll change my answer. I just love all the pink dresses.
Well, I mean, Phantom of the Opera too. She's a soprano as well.
Oh yeah, that one's tricky.
I feel that Glinda and Christine are probably around the same
Range.
ish.
Oh, my dream rolls. It's too high.
And I feel that you can get them though, because Heaven is a really high track too. I mean, you've already got the range, I feel.
I'll have to do a lot of practice if I want to.
Because we still have Wicked 2 to come out, because this is just Wicked 1. Wicked 2's coming out. Korea and Glinda soundtrack. Come on, let's do this. The single version. I know that probably Jeongseon and everybody's gonna take, I mean, you never know, the single version, or you never know. Any Disney movie princesses you would love to be?
Oh, Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I could definitely see you doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Or Moana.
Or Moana.
I love her.
Okay. Did
So
you see
sweet.
Moana too?
No, I need to see it.
Okay, so there's a few movies that recently came out that she needs to go see.
I need to catch up.
She needs to catch up. Okay, so you're so are you going to be staying in Korea for the holidays this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any fun holidays plans? Like, are you having any Christmas plans, any New Year's plans? Is this a really big holiday for your family, or?
Well, in Australia, it was probably a little bit more, like we did a lot more stuff. So like we would go to this place called Ulladulla where my extended family lives, and we'd kind of spend a couple days there after Boxing Day, and kind of like see my grandma and everything. But in Korea, I think I'm just gonna chill at home with mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any particular tradition you guys would like to try, like to make this year? So like, since you guys are doing it more here in Korea, is there anything that you would like to try to make? Like maybe make a tree in the house or buy a Christmas cake, or,
Oh, I reckon I should make brownies this Christmas. I
Look
reckon we
at
should
you.
make that a tradition.
There we go. Making
Yeah.
brownies. There we go. If you can look back at 2024, if you were to give it a percentage of like out of 100 being the best, what percentage would you give 2024 for you? It can be personal or it can be professional.
Okay, I'm going to put it all together, personal and professional. I'm going to say 90. It's pretty high.
That's pretty high.
I could even go higher, actually. But
So it
I'll
was a
say
good year for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was a very eventful and memorable and year I'm very grateful for.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's up there. It's
up
way
there.
up there.
Well, now going into 2025, in Korea, we always ask for your wishes, but in most other countries, we normally go for like resolutions. So one wish and one resolution that you would look forward to next year.
One wish is to visit more countries and meet more people.
Okay.
And to go on more stages.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying that at the moment. And one resolution is to get into track making and beat making a bit more.
Okay. Okay. Instead of more the melody and stuff that you're doing now.
Oh, well, I love the melody process as well, and I really want to continue that. But there's something about beat making that I just love watching producers write beats, and I'm always like, oh, I really want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to get into that a bit more.
Oh, then maybe the next album she drops for us, she might be like all produced, not teaming up with producers or anything. It's just like from start to finish, it's all me. That might be what we were looking forward to. So there's one question that I like to ask before we go. If you were to introduce an artist to this program, to have them come to do the interview, who would it be? Like anybody, like your producer friends or any artist that you like that you would love to see on our show?
I'm going to say Emotional Oranges.
Emotional Oranges?
I love their music so much.
Okay.
And yeah, just incredible. I feel like they'd kill this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well noted. Well noted. Unfortunately, it's already time for us to say goodbye.
No.
It's already time for us to say goodbye. I always have to ask this. 오늘 소감이요. What was did you like the interview today? Was it to your enjoy?
Absolutely. It was such. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Literally.
Of course.
It's been so much fun.
Is there any other wishes that you would like to do, like in the radio aspect? If you were ever asked to be like a guest or a DJ, would that be something that you would be looking into?
I mean, I don't know if I can live up to what you're doing here, honestly. I'd probably be like, okay, what's the next?
Well, we all start someplace.
I could give it a go.
Okay. Maybe I might just ask for a vacation and then you can fill in for me. Can you guys see the horror in her eyes? Then we'll maybe think about starting with a weekly guest spot first. Okay. I know you'll nail it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. As we sign off for today, we do have 악뮤's track of 어떻게 이별까지 사랑하겠어? 널 사랑한 거지. How can I love the heartbreak? You're the one I love. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And we will see you next time. Bye.